Hello and welcome to your Thursday afternoon WYDOT weather briefing. I'm Dave Weather, meteorologist Mark Huer. Mainly some light snow and snow showers across the state for tonight. Colder on Friday again, and we'll still see some areas of light snow, especially in the morning. Then very strong and gusty winds, unfortunately going to batter many sections of the state for this weekend. Starting with tonight, we've got a lot of different quadrants broken out here on our forecast map. Let's start in the west. While here through this afternoon, even this evening, across the far western and southwestern mountains and valleys, some moderate to even a little bit of heavy snow is falling. As we get into late this evening and tonight, snowfall going to be switching to light snow and snow showers across the far west and southwest with very minimal new accumulations, but road impact should still be expected with widespread slick and icy roads. Up across the Bighorn Basin, also much of the Wind River Basin, we're going to be looking at just some scattered snow showers and very minimal accumulation. Some of us not even picking up a dusting in these areas, but there will be the possibility of up to an inch for some locations. That's especially true through the Wind River Canyon. Across much of central and south central Wyoming, the center section here of our forecast map is where the biggest impact is going to be tonight. And from about Casper up the I-25 corridor towards Powder River Pass and along sections of 2026 and down towards Muddy Gap, we could be looking at 1 to perhaps 4 inches of snow in this area tonight. Elsewhere, anywhere from 1 to 3 inches across the plains, many locations staying on that 1 to 2 inch snowfall amount tonight, with 2 to 5 inches across our mountains, including South Pass and through the Snowies and Sierra Madres, possibly as well. The higher elevations of I-80 between Laramie and Rawlins, but I-80 might miss out on the better snow here tonight, and that's not a bad thing, for we will be looking at some strong gusty winds tonight out of the south-southwest at 15 to 25, gusts to 30 to 45, and for areas seeing the snowfall, that's going to mean blowing and drifting snow tonight, potentially on I-80, but then especially on sections of I-25 and also 2026 across sections of central Wyoming. Gonna have to watch out for blowing snow tonight. Through the northern Bighorn, so US 14, northern sections of I-90, and pretty much I-90 as a whole, a little bit of some light snow and snow shower activity. Trace to an inch, might see 1 to 3 inches in the mountains. Still some strong and gusty winds into tonight, so a little bit of blowing snow will be a concern. Southeast corner of the state, going to be looking at pretty quiet weather conditions through the night. Late tonight, though, then into early Friday, a touch of light snow and snow shower activity will be possible, but far southeastern Wyoming generally staying mostly dry tonight with little road impacts. For your Friday, we're going to see some lingering light snow in the AM hours across south central and southeastern areas. Might pick up a trace to an inch across the plains with 1 to 2 inches in the mountains, including possibly I-80 between Cheyenne and Laramie and also between Laramie and Rawlins. For the most part, during Friday, south central and southeastern sections of the state, not going to see bad weather conditions, but do expect those slick and icy roads in the morning. Late Friday night, early Saturday morning, though, is when winds are going to become very strong and gusty. This is going to be the onset of a high wind event that'll be impacting the state this weekend. And we're going to be looking at gusts of 50 to 65 miles an hour, primarily after about midnight on much of I-80 from Cheyenne all the way to Rawlins, and also on I-25 from the Colorado state line north to Douglas and even Douglas to Casper. And if the locations that see the snow this evening into tonight and early Friday, we'll then be looking at strong and gusty winds and blowing snow threats Friday night into Saturday. Elsewhere across the state tomorrow, Green River Basin and southwestern Wyoming as a whole, likewise Wind River Basin, Bighorn Basin, all going to be dry and cold with some patchy AM fog. Up across the northeastern third to half of the state, dry and cold with some blustery north to northwest winds, but dry conditions. Then in the far west and southwest, a little bit of some light snow and snow shower activity as we head into Friday night and early Saturday morning. All right, so let's dive into the weekend outlook here now a little bit and our high wind event. On Saturday, we're going to be looking at the jet stream and a powerful section of the jet stream, again, streaming in from the north-northwest. And this is going to help create a high wind event across much of south central, southeastern, and central Wyoming, Saturday into Saturday night. Here's a forecast model with some forecasted wind gusts for Saturday afternoon. Here's Cheyenne, 54 miles an hour. Wheatland, 52. Arlington area, 56. Rawlins, 40. And these are going to be underdone, folks, in the wind-prone areas. I-25, Cheyenne on north to Wheatland, especially in the Bordeaux area, could be looking at gusts out of the west-southwest 65 to 70. Likewise, the summit between Cheyenne and Laramie, and also the Arlington and Elk Mountain area could be looking at gusts in excess of 65 to 70 miles an hour on Saturday, and especially late in the day. South Pass will get into the act as well. Likewise, the western side of the Bighorn Basin. Now for Sunday, we're going to continue to see additional high winds. Going to have a lull for a period potentially Saturday night and Sunday morning, but then Sunday, very strong gusty winds resurface across all of our wind-prone areas through the Bighorns, western side of the Bighorn Basin, and also South Pass. On Sunday, the high wind event won't be due to the jet stream, but it'll be due to high pressure building across the Great Basin, trough of low pressure out in the plains, and a strong pressure gradient, and also developing temperature gradient here across our region, all going to be making for, again, potentially gusts along the I-80 corridor, Cheyenne to Rawlins, and I-25, Colorado state line, all the way to Casper, of 65 to maybe even 75 miles an hour on Sunday. Likewise for the South Pass area and our wind-prone foothills on the west side of the Bighorn Basin. Thanks for listening and watching today, and we'll talk to you tomorrow and have further details about our weekend wind event.